With the looming changes on PGWP for international students in Canada, let's talk about the programs you should consider and the programs that you definitely should shy away from in response or in preparation to the PGWP possible changes. Hello everyone, this is Coach Rice and this is Quest Canada. I must reiterate though that during the shoot of this video, no PGWP regulations has yet been released by the government, and therefore I am not able to tackle it as yet, but definitely as soon as this is released, it will be the first one on my agenda. First and foremost, let's talk about the level of programs. There's the post-secondary, there's the diploma, there is the associate, there's the masters, there's the PhDs, and the question is, will all of these levels be affected by the possible changes of PGWP? And if we base it on what has happened in the last 12 months, with the regulations implemented by the IRCC, it seems to me at least that masters and PhDs will not be affected because the cap implemented to other levels, but masters and PhDs are not affected. With OWP or Open Work Permit, masters and PhDs are not affected either, and therefore it is sensible to assume and to think that with the looming changes in PGWP, masters and PhDs will not be affected as well. One of the main questions of the IRCC to the provincial governments was, should PGWP be prioritized to students whose programs are directly related to the shortage of jobs within each provinces? And we have to be careful with this thought as well, because the jobs in demand and skills in demand in the Atlantic are not necessarily the same as the jobs in demand in Alberta, in Manitoba, in Saskatchewan, and so on and so forth. And therefore, this list of jobs in demand or skills in demand will be different from province to province. And therefore, if you shall choose a program, you will have to really think through and research which jobs are really in demand and are in shortage in each province, and focus on those jobs or those skills that are in demand in those areas. But across the board, and there is no question about this, construction and healthcare are two industries that you can never go wrong with. Whichever part of Canada you will go to, whichever province you will go to, whichever school you will go to, these two industries will always be in demand. Early childhood educators are also in demand across different provinces within Canada, and certainly within the Atlantic is the case. Some of you may ask, but what about me? My background is in business or supply chain or HR management or logistics, and these are not necessarily in demand in Canada or in many provinces across Canada. And therefore, it could be a suicide if you did push for these programs on post-secondary and post-bachelor or diploma programs. The question that you may have in your mind is, what do I do? Can I transition from this background to healthcare or construction? And the answer is yes, absolutely. Many students have done this. Students who were accountants in their original country of nationalities, and they moved to Canada taking PSW or taking CCA. This has been done over and over again. This is doable, and you can do it as well. You have to transition and be absolutely strategic with your choice of program. You will ask again, how do I defend that? How do I prove that the intention is there, that I would like to transition? How does it make the entire application viable? And guys, if you need help, we can help you with your justification, with your study plan, copywriting. Email us admin@questcanadaca.com. We can also assess you with whatever is the best strategy for you if you want to transition from your current industry to healthcare or construction industry. Another option you can consider to totally avoid the PGWP regulations or possible changes is you can also study in a private institution. I did publish a video about studying CCA or early childhood education programs at Oxford International School, and this video is this video. I urge you guys to please watch that video to have a little bit more information about how the CCA and the Early Educators program work with international students from being a student to being a permanent resident. Some of you may be in a situation wherein you are a registered nurse or a healthcare professional in your current country of residence and studying in Canada with PSW or CCA could be a step down from your current position or current education. And this could be true, and this is very hard to prove in your visa application and could be a reason for refusal. Now, really the most sensible way to make it happen is to transition to a different industry that is closely related to your current industry. Perhaps being an early childhood educator is a better approach for you. Therefore, it is not necessarily a step down from your current profession, but it is a change of scenario. It is a change of environment. It is a change of industry altogether. Therefore, making your application more justifiable and believable with the visa officers. A specialization is also something that you should consider. If you are a nurse and then you can take a geriatrics or palliative care specialization in your profession. If you are an architect, think of a specialization you can study in Canada. If you are an engineer, it's the same thing. If you are a carpenter, it's even more conducive for you to specialize, because then if you have a specialization and then you have expertise in a certain specific industry within the industry of construction. So those are only ideas on how you can transition from one industry to another, or how you can improve your current position if you're already in the healthcare or construction industry. Again, guys, if you need help, we are happy to help. Visit our website and fill out the free eligibility assessment form.